quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there.
They find some open field here.
Well, it's football 101, because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back, because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
With Desperado's offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 77 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
7 yards there and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready? A former Oklahoma State Cowboy. It's Chuba Hubbard. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll try to pick it up himself. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nolan Smith. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Ritter. Under pressure, they got him again. Nolan Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Green Jack, 10 black. Hut.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, set. Here we go.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. You look at the Saints' defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Christian Kirk deep to return it. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Switch, yellow. Let's go now. Set.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hut, 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Ritter now.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Nolan Smith
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mexico City,
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
50, quick, set.
And they run the option on second down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Green jack. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. The 20. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
It's a gain of 28 yards. At the Mexico City first down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Desperados.
Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Let it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set.
They'll pitch it out to Hubbard.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Dante Thornton
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Down. Blue 32.
Ritter to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
There's Chris Olave.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the out route, he's got Thornton.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
33, yellow, ready.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Good footwork at the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Saints coming out now to take the field. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Ritter.
The 28-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
10 black.
Ritter. Olave holds it in.
This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
47-yard punt, a return of 4.
26-yard line.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
His throw incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here we go, set. Ready. Ready.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ritter back to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Yellow.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
52 blue.
2nd down and inches.
That's caught left side by the tight end Gray.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 14. First down.
Back to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Jonas Sanker on the coverage.
Back to throw again.
He'll try and do this himself.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
45.
1st and 10
Wide.
at the
Ready.
46-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Open man. He completes it to Judy.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. That is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Ritter from the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 1. A throw right side taken in by the tight end, Gray. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for a Mexico City 1st down.
A give running right, it's Hubbard. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's going to step up and run.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. This one taken in by Olave.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Chris Olave.
55 yards.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now he'll tuck this and run.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Mexico City, first down.
Now a play fake here on first down.
On the RPO, will keep it himself.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans.
Here's 2nd and 10.
As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 29. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
There, ready.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Okay,
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thornton. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Hubbard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third and goal.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Ready.
Brings up 3rd and
Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. That's going to be caught by Judy.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and
Ritter to throw it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Ready.
1st down.
Here's Ritter.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Ritter back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Desmond Ritter.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 13, a minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now Ritter. He's got McBride.
And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49.
17 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
Ritter.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Here's second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Here's Ritter. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
7 yards.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
And fights through one man. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 24.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere.